Okay, gang, I'm recording in the session for our label design, page 8 of your portfolio. I wanted to show you a couple of students' samples to give you a little critique, a little feedback, a little direction as you're working through your labels. Remember, page 9 of your portfolio will be taking your label and applying it in real world, in perspective, as a bottle, as a container, as a can, the actual real-world application of your two-dimensional flat label design that you did from page 8. I wanted to show you one of the students' label design for the AMP energy drink. Some elements I want to highlight, some things I think that he has done very well, and the elements that he's included in his design. Your page 8 will be one full label, and then 2 support labels where you only show the front area of the label, so you can see the changes that were applied to the design. Remember, this is two-dimensional and flat, so I want to see it in flat form. Here you'll see the boost label that he created, and take a look at all the little nuances, the elements that are in the energy drink, the label itself, the name, the logo, the recycling mark, the website, the umbrella company or the parent company that owns the product, if there is one, nutritional facts, all the distribution and contact and shipping information, the scan bar. Be very aware of your text. There are a couple of typos on this one that needs to be cleaned up, and be aware of pixelation in any of your forms. A little bit of white around the logo here at Mountain Dew. If you're looking for a product logo, you can go to brandsoftheworld.com, and they have many of the main global logos in Illustrator form, vector form, that you can download and use for your packaging design. So if you're using a major product of some kind, brandsoftheworld.com is a great place to go and look for the vector logo. I want everything to be super clean. Remember, each one of these samples are portfolio level. Be aware of typography. Be aware of alignment. Here's a really nice left alignment to his title block. And he continues the same grid line down here for that information. Nice clean edges around everything, so you can see little black picture windows around all of his elements. Good spacing, nothing right on the edge. Plenty of bleed room on his design. Everything looks really clean, looks really strong. Then you look over here to the 2 secondary labels, and you'll see that the elements remain consistent. It's just the name of the drink, active and focused instead of boost, and change in color. All the elements were consistent and stayed in the same exact location. Building one full label and then 2 support labels for the different flavors or different kinds of products, that sort of thing. But all of the elements that you need. So if you're designing something that already exists, you should have that label with you as you're designing your redesign. So then you can reposition the elements and use all the elements on the current label as you redesign it. So just be aware of that. And we'll go over here to another student's application, enamel. I like this one, all the different colors. The logo looks very strong. I like the ... I like the change in the color palette as you change the color application from pink to purple to orange. All the elements are consistent. Typography is clean. Scan bar is nice. Directions and ingredients are fine. Be aware of the Made in USA being a little close to the ingredients, maybe a little extra spacing there. All the elements are there. One thing I'd like to see in this student sample is some kind of background variance or change, a texture, a color, a watermark, an image, some kind of abstraction, something to add a little extra level of depth. Currently, it looks like it's just a gray, or she even has a transparency back there where the watermark is showing through. This student used black background with this kind of movement design in the background to create a background element. I'd like to see this label and series of labels to have some sort of background as well. Maybe a darker light color. Maybe this is white with a little watermark of something that's pink, something that's purple, something that's orange, an element that reinforces the brand and gives a level of depth, a background that we can build upon. So you want to make sure that your element has foreground, middle ground, and background. And this design, the I am Lala with the dot, dot, dots is the foreground. The middle ground is really this kind of decorative line that the student has back here, but there's no real background element, something to add depth. If you look at AMP Energy over here, logo's foreground, middle ground is the typography, background is the black with the abstract color swatch. It reinforces itself, gives it your eye some space to travel through, some plane to travel through. You always want to make sure that your design, even in the simplicity of its form, explores background, middle ground, and foreground, and be very aware of typography, of cleanliness of your elements, and the professional positioning and proportion of all of the details, scan bars, ingredients, instructions, directions, shipping address. Every little element that is on the original object that you're using as inspiration should be on your design, your portfolio's professional level completion. These are two excellent examples of the type of objects that I'm looking for. And then in week 9, page 9, we'll apply it to real world. So the enamel should be these labels on a series of enamel bottles. This energy drink label should be on an energy can or bottle that the AMP energy drink is sold out of. So these are the 2-dimensional. Page 9 will be the 3-dimensional. Good luck. I look forward to seeing your designs as you evolve them from 2-dimensional to 3-dimensional form. All right. Bye.